What's going on, everybody? This is Brendan. I'm gonna make a deal with you. If I don't source Patagonia in today's video, I'm gonna send each one of you $100. Now the flip side to that is if I do find a Patagonia piece in this video, you get nothing. Although I will be adding items to your giveaway boxes. Never fear, that's subscriber only. Make sure you are subscribed so you get a chance to win those. You're gonna see what's inside them at the end of this video. Also adding one, potentially two more items in this video to those boxes. Billionaire Boys Club. This is a brand that's owned by Pharrell. I think they started it in 2003, him and a partner. This hat here is a New York City flagship exclusive hat. You can see that tag. What that means is that you could only get this item in their New York store location. And I have an older style here. These hats average around $40, although some of the bucket hats can sell for $200, $300, $400 pre-owned. But I have an old style Billionaire Boys hat right there, and there are no comparables that I could find anywhere on the internet. And for that reason, I'm gonna list it for $100. The hats do sell regularly in the $70, $80, $90 price point, even pre-owned. So I'm gonna go with that sort of subtle style there, the fact that there are none like it, and right away, $100 item. Excellent find, I'm blessed there. They have a bunch of accessories here in this area. Sometimes I think when they get kind of overwhelmed with donations, they don't have enough staff to help get these things on the shelves or go through them and price them accordingly. They just kind of throw everything in a basket of sorts and let us sort through it. And I think that's what that was in this instance. So moved over to some of the carts. These are a pair of Berkeys by Birkenstock. They are a size 37. So we've got a black pebbled leather clog here. They look great on top. As far as the toe area go, looks okay there. A little bit of wear at the heels and at the balls of the feet. I'm gonna price these at $30. They're gonna cost me, they're like $5.29 in the store. I'm just rounding up to $5.50. So $5.50 they will cost me, and I think I'm gonna list them at $30. They'll sell between $25 and $30. I'm gonna pump the brakes on Sperry boots. Sperry boat shoes I'll list as spring and summer comes up. But as fall season comes around, that's when I'll start looking at Sperry boots. I don't get a very high price for most of the Sperry's that I do source and sell, so I'm a little bit more weary with that brand, a little bit more careful when I source them than I would be with some other brands. But we're gonna leave those Sperry boots behind, and I don't really see anything else on this cart that I need. A lot of this stuff, because I have access to the Goodwill outlet locations, is what I would source there. So I'm gonna leave all of the rest of those behind, and we're gonna go to the racks. Now there's a joke it's sort of a running joke on this channel for those of you that might be new, that Patagonia seems to really find me. I don't have to seek it out, if you will. And this is yet another indication of that. Now this is they're calling this a down sweater for girls. So it's like a puffer jacket. It's in great condition, all black. Girls size 10, I think. This one won't sell in the $50, $60 range pre-owned, I don't believe. I think the comparables say that it'll sell closer to $40, but another fantastic find, and I'm sorry folks, I'm not sending you the money. We did source Patagonia, but never fear, we'll get you taken care of at the end of this video, like I said. But it's just sort of the joke that there's a lot of Patagonia turning up, or at least it's sort of finding me, if you will, and this video was no exception. So let's check the rest of the rack and make sure I don't miss anything here. And as always, if you see a brand that I skip, I don't know at all, especially when it comes to female clothing, women's clothing. That homage t-shirt, no value there, because I think I have to pay $5 for it in store. So we'll move on here, and I don't grab a ton of books, but this was impossible to pass up. This is Nancy Drew, and it looks brand new. So it's a Mystery Stories collection, books 1 through 10. Doesn't look like it was ever opened or accessed, and I think I can sell this for $40. I think they have it priced very fairly at $8. We'll ship it media mail naturally. It's gonna be a little bit on the heavy side, but I think that sells for $40. And it's not often that you see like a brand new unopened, unread book set series turn up at the thrift stores. At least I don't normally see them, so I'm just gonna glance over the rest of this. This is sort of like the kids book area here, and again, I don't take a look at much of this often. Bibles seem to sell well. This is a teen sort of study guide Bible, if you will. I did run the comps on it. There was no value there, so outside of an obvious book set like the one sitting there, I wouldn't really know much about it. So I'm just gonna move on. And I saw a pair of these Olakai. I think these are Ohanas. Now, one of the keywords I like to use when I'm researching solds is the style and the colorway code on the inside. And when I saw that one and looked it up, the comparables did not look good. Now, I have, again, the good fortune of finding these often at the Goodwill bins. So these I'm going to leave behind. If they're only going to get $20 at the highest price point and they cost me $5.50, knowing that I can find something similar or exact at the bins for much cheaper leads me to believe that I should leave those behind, even though I do love that brand. And your Olakais will start to sell much quicker now that spring and summer are coming up. At least that's what my experience tells me. So I'm going to leave those behind. I'm going to pass on them, even though I really like that brand. And you know what? If they sold for $20 and I still spent $5.50, is that still a decent return? It is, but I'm passing. I'm going to leave them behind. I'm looking for larger returns this visit, and that's kind of where we're at. So take a look at some of the bags here. I do pick up this North Face Borealis backpack. These sell excellent. Not only do they sell extremely well, my experience tells me that they sell year round. I've always checked the mesh, by the way, on these bags, because sometimes there are holes in them. If there were holes on each side there, I probably would have left this behind. This bag was very, very clean. And I think I'm gonna end up listing it for $45. This one will also cost me, I think, in between $5 and $6. I don't, sometimes I get the accessories and bag prices mixed up. It's gonna land somewhere around $6. But this bag, again, was very, very clean on the inside. If you see North Face Borealis, especially black, there are different variations of it based on the year they were made, but all of them seem to sell very, very well. The current listings to active sold ratio for North Face Borealis in black is excellent. So should be a quick seller, and again, a year-round type of thing, not necessarily a back-to-school item, although your backpacks will certainly start to sell quicker as the end of July and the beginning of August starts to approach, so keep that in mind. Moved over to a rack and I found this beauty. Now, this is a Lisa Frank, I think it's like a panda painter hoodie. And at first glance, I was kind of like, you know what, this is on a Gildan tag. I don't know if this is authentic, like somebody could have screen printed that or heat pressed that on the front, but I went to Lisa Frank's website, and sure enough, this exact hoodie, the ash gray color, and the Gildan tag is offered for sale for $50 on her website. So this is authentic. And, you know, it's not one of the signature, like really high dollar Lisa Frank items that you're finding for resale. She is definitely a Bolo. For those that aren't aware of that, please keep your eye out for it. Great seller. I'll probably end up listing that for $30, and I think it's going to cost me $5. But yeah, what I thought was going to be sort of inauthentic or something that somebody else made on their own was not the case. That's a legit item. So next thing I'm going to grab here, I've never seen this before. Eagle's Nest Outfitters is what ENO stands for, and this is like a double nest hammock. It's got clips on it. I haven't actually taken it out to see if it has been used, but I was charged the accessory price for this, so it only cost me $3. And I mean, let's say $20 to $25, since I really don't know any better, but it's the season to source those types of things, right? So you're gonna see backpacks, you're starting to see the outdoor stuff sell quicker, and that hammock is gonna be one of those items that I think sells a little bit quicker now that we've got spring coming up. The weather's starting to change in a lot of the areas. It's very nice here in the middle of Ohio, so that's been a plus for us. But a hammock, something I've never sourced before, definitely gonna grab that. Let's just say $20 to be conservative. And for those of you that see others sourcing in stores that have literally no people in them ever. That is not the case in my area. We are always swarmed with people in all of these thrift stores in Columbus, Ohio. And I am on my way out, but before I do that, we've got another backpack here. This is an Osprey Fairview 55, great pack. It is missing the day pack. Would have been 200 bucks if it had it. I'm gonna list this for $100. It's only gonna cost me 20. But again, because spring and summer are coming up, that's a great pack, and it's extremely expensive if you wanna buy it brand new. I'm gonna slap $100 on that one, and I'm pretty certain that it's gonna sell relatively quickly. So let's head on out. All right, box number one had the brand new Nike pants. We're gonna call those $40. The brand new Genealogy leather pants here, minimum 60 on those, although I said this before, I think you can get more than that. $100 on the Ami shorts. Let me show you the tag for those who haven't seen it yet. These are also brand new with tags. $100 on those. That goes in that box. The Fleos, I'm gonna drop that in there. We got the Patagonia Better Sweater. It was men's medium is going in there, and then the brand new Victoria's Secret bra. We had, what was the value on this one? $310, something along those lines. I'm gonna add the Pendleton. You guys saw me source this a couple videos ago. The Pendleton snap button Western shirt that I thought would sell for $35. We're gonna drop that in box number one. It's looking really good. As for box number two, we had the Nintendo Switch that is in full working condition. What we're gonna say on this, $200 value there. The Lululemon joggers, which I believe are gonna be $40 to $50. And then I put in a pair of Hoka One Bondi 7. These are a women's 7.5. I can't imagine you couldn't get any less than $50 for these. Look at the soles. They look almost completely unworn. So we're gonna put those shoes in the second box. So the value of this box here is around $300. This one here is around $350, and we have a lot of room to go. So we're just kind of getting started with box number one and box number two. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. I spent $54 for all the items you saw me source in today's video. My total listed value comes to $405. And as always, I am thankful for you for joining me and coming along for the ride. Brendan here, Dad Planet, the One Man Show. You know what time it is. I'll see you in the next video.